Hello, listeners. Chelsea K, podcaster. Welcome to today's podcast, Overcome Difficulties. We also face challenges, and especially this pandemic has caused great difficulties for many. What do you do when you are challenged? You may have to face financial strain, concern for your health, your family's response to pressure, and many more. Keep in mind that the countries that are not classified as wealthy may have less benefits or none to help people when the unexpected happens. Many people will be in desperation, looking for ways to survive, and it can make families draw nearer or further apart. Can you handle the pressure? And do you have what it takes to overcome? Challenge yourself to focus on your options and make use of them. You may need to take risk, to go for things you postpone. Do you have ideas you didn't pursue? Perhaps it's time to do them. Sometimes closed doors happen to tell us it's time for something new. Will you act? You will know. You will see results happen for the better if you take a step in faith to take a new direction. Some people may want to go back to study, to learn something new, or to upgrade their skills, or to grow. Use your skills for new projects. Find out what other talents you have that can add value. People have done business in the pandemic and it has benefited them. Others have found new work and took advantage to learn something new. People discovered new skills and interests. People have taken advantage of the internet to communicate online and make profit. Sometimes working a regular job may not work out, especially when there are restrictions in place limiting employees that can work. There are limitations that had happened with certain benefits that helped those who lost jobs, but some took advantage of it when they still had income and even bought themselves a new vehicle, a wicked mentality that will one day be punished. As people have said, people who do wrong will get back at them worse. The government knows how to find things out, so don't try it. Only honesty will be rewarded. Tell them the truth. Be positive and don't accept defeat when you face difficulties. But consider how you should deal with it. Stay calm and relax your mind. You must be clear-minded to plan your steps and take time to go out to be with nature. It will relax you and get your mind focused on positive affirmations and music that is therapeutic to your soul. It will get the worry, fear, and anxiety out. If you are a person that prays, you should do that more often and specifically, and spend more time to read, listen, worship, meditate, and other things. That will help you. A person of faith always wins, as long as they don't allow things to affect them. It may not be easy when you are going through it. People can encourage you and support you, but you need to know what to do for your situation. You will come out of it. Just remember situations are temporary and they can change. You have to know how to change it. What are the steps you need to take? Not everyone is going to support your decisions. Some sacrifices must be made. People don't agree on the view of certain topics. You must only be in communication with those who are like-minded. Some people seem to be, but certain situations can contradict your beliefs or that which you understand is the right decision. You will know because deep down inside of you, you will feel it. Other people can advise you what they believe, but it's maybe contradicting within you. Then you need to test it and deal with the issues of why you are saying that. You need to put aside their counsel and check if it's right. It may not be, so you should choose the decision that works for you. People believe what they think is best, but if you don't have that same conviction, it may not be right for your situation. You also know if there is no indication that matches, it's probably better to ignore it. If you, a person who prays, you can pray to seek confirmation. You should have at least 2 to 3 confirmations. Sometimes if there is no reference confirming it, that you need to put it aside, especially those you need a biblical reference. Because major decisions can affect your life if you choose the wrong choice. You may suffer for a few months before you finally receive your solutions. Your life should be based on your faith if you have faith. It gives you strength to overcome and gives you solutions. The one who prays, to all the answers will come. So, others find solutions from people or their lives. They result even to resources for answers. This is the time you should really budget and make wise decisions. Invest in your future. Think about how you will live from now on and what you should do. Plan according to that and think of ways you can generate an income to help your situation. You may have to sell off items that you don't need to try to rent things out. Certain things can be rented, as people are already doing this kind of thing. People even rent out their car if they trust people. Airbnbs became so popular for people as ways for them to make money whenever they need to, especially when they're away from their home for a period of time. Cash jobs is another solution. Sometimes the old-fashioned ways of life are better in dire times. They can be very cost-efficient too. You may want to rethink on buying that beverage or the meal that you eat daily and doing a homemade meal or store-bought. When money is an issue, or if you just want to, you can just drink water. There are people who grow vegetables to eat, and people are seeing food getting bought out. It's a risky time, and people are scared of food shortage. People rebelling against government is also leading to this. Through in some forcing people against their will is inhumane. It's still causing more challenges to come, and you may want to consider your eating habits and become healthy. There are people who buy vitamins, and some companies charge too much for health even though they present lovely bonuses for you to grab. It's still a cost to your pocket. Are you willing to pay that price? Is it affordable for you? Can you guarantee people will get more than just the product? Not all people are suitable to do network marketing. I found it always difficult to persuade people to join. People are wise and they see the costs or concern other matters, they will not buy into it. So no matter how good the products are, it can be a sense of a scam to them. And you don't gain unless somebody buys, and you need to maintain a certain amount of money in order to purchase. But you also need to have enough people to get your pay guaranteed. If not enough people are buying, you're not benefiting from the company. Even if you do get paid from them, it's the money that you put in, and it's not as much as what you're putting in. If you aren't good at sales, you would despise it. Especially in the beginning. You may have to put in a lot of effort and a lot of finances before you finally receive lots more finances in the later years if you excel at the company. And you will find that you're spending more money and you gain no money from it if you're not successful. There are companies that sell their products and they don't advertise and are natural at it. And they make natural products. Their prices can also be decent, and there's no obligation to buy. We all need to decide what's best for us. Consider, do you need to purchase something new? There are people also giving away items to help people who are in need of them or want them. Their only requirement is that you be in their group and you live in the area. You need to find those groups, and they are helpful. You can find them if you look for them. Food banks and clothing banks should only be used for residents who really need to use that service. I heard years ago people from a refugees organization was telling people to go to these services and take advantage of them, and for them to save their money that they were receiving from the government. And because this prime minister was giving them the money and bring the refugees from Syria, it caused many issues to happen for my country, because the people were taking advantage of what the residents should have had. And many more people were taking advantage of social assistance. government-funded benefits, and they don't need them. People also purposely saying that they have no money but claim that they used it up to come to the country. There were so many coming in illegally from what another station had said. And this happened starting 5 years ago, before the pandemic. Even during the pandemic, more illegal immigrants are coming in, as well as immigrants or refugees. People question why they chose this prime minister. This was people's decision because they loved his father. But at the same time, he was removed for a reason and replaced with somebody else who helped the country in many ways. So don't expect the government to have all the answers or to trust them to be honest. And you are also accountable for the one that you have chosen to be the leader. And if you don't choose, you are still accountable for allowing that person to be chosen. They make the overall choices, but certain aspects are good and not all are bad. Not all are bad. Do what you need to do, and you will overcome. Thank you for listening to Chelsea K Podcast. If you like this podcast, please subscribe, like, and share it with others. You can also support at kayunkk@gmail.com. And thank you for listening again, and have a great day, afternoon, and evening. And stay tuned for the next podcast. Thank you very much.